Hey everybody, welcome to another Adobe After Effects CS6 tutorial from the New Boston. My name is Buddy Blackford. Today we're going to be talking about the composition panel, and I'll explain to you what the different buttons on it do. The composition panel is right here in the middle. It's one of your main viewers and you'll be using it all the time, so it's good to know what all the buttons do. So before I start the tutorial, I wanted to share with you something that happened to me this morning. I help out at a farm in the mornings, and we gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning to feed cows. So when I was up but like barely awake, like a walking zombie or whatever, and I was just walking through checking stuff out, and one of the cows I walked behind just decided to have a bowel movement, and it was like a waterfall or something. It was gross. And I had a hoodie on, and I was right behind him not paying attention, and it went straight into my hoodie pocket and like came out the side of the other side of the pocket and was disgusting as hell and almost made me barf. Needless to say, I don't own that hoodie anymore. It went straight into the trash, and luckily it warmed up. I didn't have to I wasn't cold anymore. It's a little cold up here sometimes. Right now it's pouring rain, so just thought I'd share that with you, my little misfortune and bad luck today. Hopefully the rest of the day goes better. I took a nice nap after that, though. It was pretty good. So let's get back to the composition panel. We'll start up here on the little drop down menu here. Let's see, we drop it down. You can create a new comp viewer. See, that just makes a new one, and it automatically becomes locked. Let's reset this. I don't want that comp viewer to be there anymore. Workspace, reset. Yep. Alright. And you can switch between your different comp viewers here. They just go through the comps that you already have in your project panel. You can lock the viewer. That it doesn't mean you can't move it around. All that means is that when you open up a new one, it's going to open it up in a new window. So I could have just clicked X last time to get rid of it instead of resetting my workspace. And if you unlock it, you can just go back and forth between different compositions instead of opening up a new window. So down here is the always preview this view button, and at some point we'll get to use these buttons more often, and then you'll use them throughout. There's a couple that you always use. This is the basically the view, the size of your view. So if we go to fit, it'll put it to whatever view your comp is, composition screen is, depending on how big your screen is and how big you have the comp set. So if I drag this all the way down, let's put it at like 6.25 or whatever, and then I hit fit, it'll just fit it right to it. So let's bring this back up. It's going to fit, and it just automatically sizes it when you have it on there. This button here brings up your grids and stuff. So you got the title and action safe, and if you don't know what that is, the title safe for television is here, and any words that you put down, like anything, like if you're making scrolling text for credits or something like that, you must keep them inside these. This is the action safe, where any video footage this is where it's going to end, and this is the invisible area on the end here. You can also bring up a grid, and then other kind of grids too. You got your rulers. You can it's kind of like the Photoshop rulers and stuff, and most of the time you'll just keep all those off. And now the next one here is the toggle mask and shape path visibility. We have here the current time down here in your timeline. So if I move this, it's going to change. Let's go back to where we were. And then the next one is the take the snapshot button. So say your client wants you to see what you have done you can take a snapshot, and or if you want to try different effects and your client wants to see them real quick to see how it looks, like if you're color correcting, then you can take a snapshot real quick. This is the show snapshot button. The next one is the show channel and color management button, as you can see here. So you can check out your alpha. This has no alpha. I'll explain what an alpha is at a later date. This is your resolution. Cut it in half and or to a third or something. Sometimes if you have a lot of effects going on, it bogs down your computer, so you can cut the resolution in half and you'll be able to render more, and your computer won't go so slow when you're trying to scrub through the timeline and everything. This is called the region of interest button. So if you click on it, and it lets you draw out like a square, and then only that section will render. So maybe you're just trying to change the color of this sign here, and you keep on messing with it, but you don't want to waste time rendering all the other stuff. You just want to see what the sign looks like every time. You use the region of interest button. Click on it again to take it off. This is the toggle transparency, and what that does, it won't work if you have all footage around. If the whole thing is covered, it won't work. So let me take off the visibility of this footage real quick, and I can click on the toggle visibility, and then you can see what is going to be transparent, or what nothing is there. So let's put this back on. This is the camera, 3D camera views. So you can control your cameras when you're in a 3D view. I don't have anything 3D on right now, and so at some point we'll use that because After Effects uses tons of 3D space. The next one is select layouts, and you can change how you look at different things. So like maybe one view can be from the left, one view can be from the right, and then that way you can see different sides at the same time. It's useful for working in 3D space. This button here is the toggle pixel aspect ratio correction. The next button here is the fast previews menu. So it brings up a small menu here. Also good for 3D stuff. This is the bring timeline forward button. This here is the comp flowchart button, and these two buttons here are for exposure. So this one resets and this one adjusts exposure. And then you have your options panel up here, which is on all the there's an options panel on every single one of these, but they're all pretty much the same, so no need to go over it again. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the composition panel. We'll hope to see you in the next tutorial. We can discuss the timeline panel down here. So keep on watching. Have a good day, everybody.